after she's been getting mocked over her overprotectiveness of Ariana Grande. Now, Cynthia and Ariana have been doing a press run for their movie Wicked for Good, and fans and people have noticed the strange interactions between them. They notice how hyper protective Cynthia is over Ariana Grande. When Ariana was trying to open up a bottle of water, Cynthia was staring, ready to help her. When an interviewer playfully touched Ariana's hand, Cynthia grabbed her hand away to protect her. When Ariana would be doing interviews, Cynthia would be looking at her, ready to adjust something that didn't need adjusting. When Ariana would be hugging somebody, Cynthia would be staring in the background looking like, why are you touching her? And also, Cynthia ran in to help Ariana when she was attacked by a fan on the red carpet. She did a better job of protecting Ariana than the security did. So a lot of people were kind of wondering, well, why is Cynthia so hyper attentive and protective over Ariana? Is Ariana secretly sick and we don't know? Is Cynthia and Ariana lovers on the low? Or are they doing all of this for a show? Could all of these interactions be for publicity for their film and just to get people talking? Because a lot of people were definitely talking, and it got to a point where they were flat out making jokes about it.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
That's enough.
It's a wonderful, wonderful pleasure to meet you. You know, I was just wondering, will you be in any other movies or anything coming up? You know?
You talk to her, you talk to me. Get him too close to her.
It's such a pleasure.
You know what? We done, bitch.
I feel kind of bad for laughing at this video, but I'm not gonna lie, I did scream when I first saw it. And the video was made by this content creator named Skinbone69. It was just a joke, but a lot of people had issues with it. A lot of people have had issues with the way Cynthia has been portrayed, and I do see it as a problem as well. I see this meme of her being this big, strong person that resembles a man while she's carrying little old tiny Ariana, and some people do have an issue with that visual. For one, Cynthia and Ariana are the same size. They're very small, and I don't know what it is about that whole Wicked film, but it seems like everybody leaves the set looking concerningly smaller, and I'm like, what is going on? It looks like they're zapping the energy out of these women, but that's besides the point. But yeah, they're the same size. However, they make Cynthia look like the man. And honestly, I think Cynthia did not do herself any favors by playing into this whole masculine role, because I did see where she was named Man of the Year for GQ magazine. So she definitely leans into it. But I do see how the whole visual of a Black woman being considered this masculine, scary, protective figure is problematic, because that's an inaccurate representation of Black women. And that's the type of image that the media likes to push. And I did see a content creator called The Film Diva call it out. She said that Cynthia is being unfairly villainized and she's a victim of misogynoir and also racism. And SZA actually hopped in her comments and said, "You're not bugging and no one is too woke. It's classic misogynoir, nothing else. Can't believe it's openly a thing in 2025. Everyone's gonna have cognitive dissonance 2 years later, like, remember when everyone attacked Cynthia for being Black, bald, and nurturing? That was crazy. It could just stop now, LOL." And Ariana Grande even liked this video, so she was in agreement with The Film Diva. She doesn't like people coming at Cynthia. And I do feel like she should have spoke up and said something too, honestly. As much as Cynthia has been protecting her, the least she could do is speak out in defense of Cynthia. Now, moving on, I got some questions about the it couple from Love Island USA season 7, Nick and Olandria. Now, word on the curb is these two are not actually together, okay? These are just rumors, but Love Island fans noticed that they attended the F1 weekend event separately. They weren't together. And also, Nick has been out clubbing. Like, he has been moving single. His friend caught him looking at another girl's page. In fact, recently he was spotted at a strip club during F1 weekend and he was called out over it. There's this woman named Destiny who said, when you're working at the Spicy Club and see a certain Love Islander who you thought was supposed to be in a committed relationship.
And I posted on my close friends about it when it happened because I was like, wait, I think this is the guy from this. But I digress. If y'all want to say I'm lying, I don't really care, okay? Like, this is my lore. I know what I saw. Y'all can say I'm lying, whatever. There they are in the corner. That's them in the corner if you zoom in.
Also, it was rumored that Nick allegedly got back with his ex and they've been creeping around on the low. Now, this was the same ex who claimed that Nick cheated on her, and she also said that he uses his burner account to keep up with her. So apparently people were putting the two and two together that they both were hanging out during the F1 event in Vegas. Allegedly, of course. Now, when Nick was asked about what happened during the F1 event, he laughed it off.
The F1 show. Have you seen it? I'm allowed to watch that. Dude, these songs got me sweating.
That was very telling, but it also made me wonder if Olandria dumped Nick. Maybe she dumped him, or maybe she and Nick were never really together to begin with. I'm starting to believe it's the latter. I don't think Olandria is just going to sit around and watch Nick play her like that. Like, no. I think it's more so, I'm going to use this situation for my benefit, and I'm going to find the perfect out when the time is right. But Olandria seemed to be having a good time on her own. She was hanging out with her family for Thanksgiving. She posted a Thanksgiving message with no acknowledgement of Nick whatsoever. And some people noticed that she stopped liking Nick's posts. Now, Olandria, she's out here winning in life. She's getting brand deals and getting awarded. So I think she accomplished her mission. I don't really think her end goal was to stay with Nick for the long term because he wasn't her first choice. And Nick was entertaining Sierra. So if you saw how they got together on Love Island, they kind of got together at the last minute. And it was really production that put them together because they both lost their connections. All they had was the physical attraction, but they didn't really build a real connection. And their relationship quickly turned into a business relationship. And so I think it no longer was organic. It was more so, okay, we got to get together and get this bag together. That's really what it became, I think. And on top of that, they've been getting a lot of pressure from their fan base. The Nicolandrians are a weird, deranged fan base. I'm going to tell you that. I don't even think Nick or Olandria even like the fans like that, but unfortunately, in order to keep their support, they've kind of had to put on a facade to appease them. But I think they're kind of tired of it, and I think they want to be free from those fans. So I could actually see them going their separate ways if they haven't already been separate. But for the time being, they're going to feel the idea that they are still together. They might do another photo op or another campaign. They might go on live or post each other from time to time. But deep down inside, I don't think that they are together. I think they're playing in our face, y'all. But I can't be mad at it because they're not hurting anybody. They're just doing what they need to do to get to the bag. But my whole question is, how long can they keep this up? I kind of think Nick may blow the cover because he moves a little sloppy. Olandria, on the other hand, is very mindful, okay? She's not moving just any type of way. But what Olandria could do is she could upgrade from Nick easily. Like, once she's done milking this situation, I think she needs to quietly move on, get somebody of a higher caliber, and just pop out with him one day and shock the whole internet. I would be here for that. And I think she should really start aggressively building her brand outside of her relationship. I know that she's been doing solo campaigns and appearances, but I don't want her brand to be anchored to her PR relationship with Nick. I just want her to be free from that whole PR thing. And I know some people are saying, well, how do you know it's for PR? How do you know that their relationship isn't real? Their castmate Ace already said the quiet part out loud, and a lot of people didn't like it, but looking back on it, I do think he was telling the truth.
Do you feel like Olandria and Nick's relationship is real? I'm gonna assume that that's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that tough for you because Olandria is someone that you consider to be a close friend?
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Olandria, but again, from the last conversation that I've had with, Nick, it was a matter of it's not a romantic spark. They just, you know what I'm saying? They find each other attractive.
Was it Olandria maybe that didn't see Nick romantically, or was it Nick that didn't see her romantically?
I feel like it was both. Like, I felt like Olandria has been very adamant on telling me what her type is, and like, yo, my type is this. I see myself dating this. I know for a fact Olandria wasn't, going to openly explore that, and I know the same thing about Nick.
After we kissed, immediately I'm like, okay, this was fun.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I just don't think romantically, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we're better off just, how we were, so, you know what I mean?
I'm on the same page, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I know Nick finds Olandria attractive. I know he finds her gorgeous, but she is. Like, don't get me wrong, Olandria's fire, but I know it wasn't that anymore than, what it was surface level.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it when Ace said this. Even I was kind of like, man, why are you trying to put your friend on blast and expose her situation? But what he said is starting to ring true, to me at least. So yeah, I don't think Nick and Olandria are really together. I think they might be friends, but they're in it for the bag, which I'm not mad at. And I hope their fans stop being delusional about what the situation really is. Just support them. If you like them, support them, but stop trying to live vicariously through this relationship because it's weird. Anyway, tell what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.